my grandmas did the typical cooking that a Jewish housewife would do in those days. You know, they made kugels and simmis, and they went shopping and they bought the chickens and they plucked the chickens, and we ate the eggs from the chicken, what you don't see anymore. And my grandma always used to cook with chicken fat. She used to take chicken fat and gribbiness. Do you know what that is? The gribbiness was the rendering of the chicken with the chicken fat. There were little pieces of, I guess it was fat. We used to call it gribbiness. And we used to put it on matzah and smear it like we would smear butter on it. And it was absolutely delicious. Actually, until I was about 17 or 18, I thought that heartburn was a natural thing to have, because after eating all that gribbiness and chicken fat, it left me with that, but I thought it was just natural. I used to love my potato pancakes. In those days, and I was very young, I weighed like 175 pounds, because my grandma always used to, whenever I was near her, she used to feed me, until I thought I was going to explode after a while. But that's how they were. If I go to a meal for the holidays, and there's still a grandma around, she would cook those kind of meals, which bring back a lot of pleasant memories. But everything was handmade. You know, they didn't get it in bottles or cans. I mean, the chicken soup was delicious. The knedels were delicious. Even the schmaltz herrings, the pickled herrings, the whitefish. I mean, you don't see that around anymore. And that's what we used to have. And we lived very nicely in a very poor neighborhood. But nobody knew they were poor, because we all lived and we hung out with one another, and it was like a real ghetto neighborhood. We really lived for each other. It was great.